We lost total control of that board. I would blame it completely on Josh Flynn. Hello, I'm Kay Smith, and I'm endorsing Claver Kamau-Imani for House District 138. This is going to be an open seat that the Republicans need to maintain, and so I'm hoping this is going to help you decide who you can trust and who you should be voting for. His opponent, Josh Flynn, is currently or just recently resigned from the board of the Harris County Department of Education. As president of the board, he controlled everything. He controlled the agenda, he controlled what was on the agenda and what was left off of the agenda. He had plenty of time to fill that seat, and he didn't. They never brought a name in, they never voted. So now what happens is you have Josh Flynn, instead of making sure that he filled that seat before he resigned, he goes in and he resigns from the board and then files to run for state rep. He goes to Austin because he wants to protect his ability to run for House District 138. He leaves the board uncovered. In his absence, the vice president now runs the board meeting. And in that board meeting, the vice president brought someone in to vote in on Josh's seat. And then once that person was seated, then they voted on to replace George Moore. In one day, in one afternoon, probably less than 20 minutes, that board flipped from a 5 Republican majority to a 5 Democrat majority and 2 Republicans. We lost total control of that board. But if Josh Flynn had been present at the board meeting, as president of the board, he would have controlled the agenda and he would not have allowed the board to vote on the Democrats. He could have brought forward, and I know for a fact that there were people there in the audience, strong Republicans there in the audience, that were wanting to be voted in to that seat. But their names weren't even submitted because Josh Flynn wasn't there. And if he turns his back on the community that elected him to represent them on this board, what would he do going forward? If he were our state representative. This board, Harris County Department of Education, they have fiscal responsibility over $120 million. Think of the billions of dollars that is responsible as a state representative. I don't feel that I can trust Josh Flynn in that position. And I would say that his actions make him less than worthy of a person to have that responsibility. Because to me, when I look at Matthew 25:26, and it says, "You wicked servant, how can I trust you with more when I couldn't trust you with little?" And that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at a man who put his personal desire, his political future in jeopardy, at risk, so that he could seek higher office to promote himself personally and not care about the people who voted for him, the people who elected him to this board. But I also know that there's one person that will go to Austin and shake things up, and that's Claver Kamau-Imani. He will definitely shake things up in Austin. And we need to have someone there shaking things up in Austin, because people have gotten way too comfortable with the way things are and the way things are supposed to be and the way things are done. And I know that Claver will not lay down for anybody. He will not be influenced by anybody. He's a strong constitutionalist. He's a strong Christian, and he will go on his value system. He's not going to be led by special interest. He will fight hard, and he will fight long and hard to preserve this seat for the Republican Party, and that's why I'm supporting him.